to go get women or not. You should have your passport. You never know what may happen, right? But yeah, man, the family was more involved in helping us find a suitable mate, right? Yo, who knows you better than your family? Who knows you better, right? Your daughter would bring the daughter would say, "Hey, you got to come to meet my family. You come meet the family, right?" And the family would you meet the mother would be like, "Hi, how you doing?" Everything, and then I mean, if you're a guy, right, and then the father would sit you down and say, "Well, what do you do, son?" No, the father would ask you questions. What do you do, son? Where you live? Who's your people is? Where y'all from? Where you live at? What kind of car you driving? What kind of work you do? What's your plans for the next 5 years? Where's my daughter gonna fit in all that? See, the father was gonna ask all them questions. Father's not there today to ask those questions, right? So the dude could just come in, dip, and be out, right? And that's what these dudes want to do. They want to dip and be out. So now you got a whole industry on Black YouTube talking about how you can have irresponsible, unprotected sex with multiple women, how to do it properly. There is no proper way to do that. It's just not even safe anymore to do that anymore. It's just not, your personal safety is at risk nowadays. Oh, Clarence, you just old. Clancy, you old. You don't know how to do it. See, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do it. Okay, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Charles Key said, a 50-50 support for kids will fix a lot. Yeah, but what happened when you having children that unwanted children or unplanned children? That's the problem. That's the problem. Half these dudes don't want to pay child support. Not half. I don't know. I don't know the exact number, but a lot of them don't know. They don't want to pay child support. They think paying to support their own children is some type of criminal act, right? It's like you talk to most of these cats, man, and he say, hey, man, what do you think about child support? They go, child support? Oh, no, they shouldn't have to pay no child. You shouldn't have to pay child support, right? Because the state is getting most of the money. No, the state is not getting most of it. The state's only getting most of the money if your children are on state-sponsored programs. Me and Rico did a whole video on this. Your children only, of course, the state's going to take the money. If your child is getting WIC, the state is going to come after you to pay for that WIC. Of course, the state's going to take most of that money because they're giving it out in WIC. They're giving it out in housing. Of course, if they're getting subsidized housing, the state is going to come after you. They're going to say, you got a responsibility to this child too. Right? Because they already assume that the mother's got, if the mother already has custody of the child on paper, they're going to assume that the mother's already investing time and money into her child already. They're going to say, now, therefore, we're going to support her investment with these other services, but since you participated in the conception of this child, now you're responsible. Some of these dudes be like, child support? Hey, nobody should pay child support. Well, who should pay it then? Who should take care of these children? You want a situation like Haiti or Darfur? The kids are just roaming the streets like wild dogs, pulling people out their cars, right? What do you want, right? Reese said, yes, sir. Not a darn thing is free when it comes to the government. No, it's not. Looks like it's free, but it's not. It's not. But some of our people, man, some of our men, they so messed up by this Kevin Samuels thing, man. They just so messed up they don't even realize, hey, somebody got to pay for these kids. If it's not you, it's the taxpayer. If you ain't going to pay for your kids, it's the taxpayer's going to pay for them. I don't want to pay for your kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you. I don't hang out with you like that. I ain't trying to pay for your children's. I ain't trying to pay for your churn, as they say down south. But we giving but here's the real reality of Black YouTube, man. We out here giving each other such horrible advice. Horrible advice. Don't get married. Don't get married. Right? Don't get married. Don't pay child support. Right? I admit, if you pay child support, it should be reasonable. Right? It should be reasonable. I'm not saying that you should be paying an arm and a leg. I'm saying if you have children out here, it should not be at the expense of the government and the taxpayers. It should be at your expense. You're the one that participated in that situation. But see, these guys don't know how child support works, so they say all kind of different stuff to throw you off.